Hey YouTube, did you know that XLOOKUP can replace Vlookup, Hlookup, and a combination of index and match formula? Most refer XLOOKUP as a successor of Vlookup. It has 5 arguments where 3 is mandatory and 2 is optional. In this video, I'm going to explain XLOOKUP in the 10 different scenarios with different formulas, starting with the most simplest and ending with the advanced level of XLOOKUP. So be with me and let's get started with the first example. So this is a classic example and the most simple example of XLOOKUP, where we will use only first 3 arguments of the formula. Here I have a name and I want the information for the phone number. If we use XLOOKUP formula, parenthesis open, what's the value? Our lookup value is the name, and where can we find it? Lookup array. Where can we find the name? In column C, comma, and what do you want in our return? The result is column E, the phone numbers, parenthesis close, enter. If you can see, for the name, it provided as the phone number. If we change the name, it provides a different mobile number for Dale. One of the main restrictions of Vlookup is that we cannot look information on the left side of the table. However, in the XLOOKUP, it's pretty easy. For example, if we want to look information, the ID is in the left side of the column of the name, we can simply use the formula XLOOKUP, parenthesis open, our lookup value, comma, lookup array, which is the name, we select the names, comma, and return array. Our return array is ID and it is in the left side of the table. Parenthesis close and enter. As you can see, it provides us the information. In this example, we will use XLOOKUP to look and fetch multiple values, not only one values. For example, in here we have a sales by region and it's distributed by 12 months. I don't want to use the same formula in each cell, and I want to use only one formula and grab all the information from January to December. XLOOKUP can help us here. If we use the formula XLOOKUP, parenthesis open, this is our lookup value. We are looking for region north, comma, a lookup array. Where can we find the north? We can find north in column B, comma. Now, if I want a return only for the month of January, I can select this column C, January. However, if I want a return for the whole 12 months, I can select the whole table and close the parentheses. Now, if I press enter, the information for the 12th month is populated. If you can see, for the first month, I can change and edit the formula. However, for the other months, I cannot delete or edit the formula because it's automatically populated. Okay, let's change the region and test if the information is correct. As we can see, the information is correct. In this example, I have less students and their results for 3 subjects. I need to use XLOOKUP to fetch the information for both the names and the subjects. The standard XLOOKUP formula, as you can recall, is equal XLOOKUP parenthesis open. This is my lookup value, comma, lookup array. I can find the names here, comma, and the return array. I can get the return array and see the results for all subjects are provided here. However, if I change the subject from physics to math, the results or nothing in the results are changing because I'm using only one part of the formula. Now Control Z, let's go to other cell, and in here I'm using the XLOOKUP. The lookup value is, now I'm starting with the vertical side, Matt is in vertical section of the table, cell C to cell E, comma. Now I will use another XLOOKUP formula, exactly the same formula as I have used above. I can copy and paste the formula, or I can rewrite the formula. Okay, if I want to rewrite the formula, XLOOKUP, parenthesis open, select the name, comma, where I can find the name. This is horizontally, comma, and what's the return array? What information I'm looking at? I'm looking at this information. After closing the parenthesis, I need to close it once again to close the formula. Press enter. I can see that Emily has scored 98 in math. Let me change the subject to history, and the result is 99. So Emily seems to be a very bright student. Let's go to Bob. Bob is not very good in the history. However, Bob scored really good in the math. Let's understand this formula. I used a combo of XLOOKUP. For the combination of XLOOKUP, first I have referenced and selected the vertical section of the table, and after that, in the second XLOOKUP part, I use the horizontal section of the table. And as you can see, I can change the name and I can change the subject. Our result is very much dynamic and it provides an instant results. And now we are going to learn the fourth argument of the XLOOKUP. Here, if I write the formula XLOOKUP, select my lookup value, comma, where can I find it? I can find it here, comma. What's the return? The subject is physics, so my return value will be physics. Now I put another comma. Normally we were closing the parenthesis. Now I put another comma to go to if not found. I would say the message for not found would be try other name. You can put a message of your choice and after that close the parenthesis. Enter. We can see Dell scored 88 in the physics and it's completely accurate. However, if I put a name that is not included in the list, it doesn't provide an error, but it provides a preset response or a message that we have provided. So let me write Diabo, enter, try other name. Let me try David. I have David. In this example, I have two separate tables of information and I want to use the XLOOKUP formula to look in both tables, not only one table. And it can continue to multiple tables on your right or wherever the table is. So the purpose of this formula is if a name is not available on the first table, it can go and look for the information on the second, third, fourth, and it can continue. Let me use the XLOOKUP in these two tables so it will be very much clear for you. The lookup value is this one, and after that I can find the lookup value in the column B, and the return array. I want the result for physics. This is my return array. I'm not closing the parentheses, I'm putting a comma. So if not found in the first table, use the XLOOKUP again, look for the value here, the comma. This is my lookup array in the second table, and this is my return array. Parenthesis close, second parenthesis, and press enter. Okay, so I wanted a result for Emily. Emily scored 59 in physics. However, if I want a result for Bob and Bob is not present in the first table, let's see if I can get a result. Bob, press enter, 66. So this is a very dynamic feature, and it's very useful that I can look information in multiple tables. I have personally used up to 12 tables, but I'm sure you can go up to 15 tables and more, and the result was accurate. In this example, I'm going to use XLOOKUP's one additional argument where I can specify the direction of looking up. For example, we have departments, 3 departments: HR, finance, and operations. Normally, lookup starts looking for the data from top to bottom. What if I want to change this direction? For example, if I want to look for the information here in the department, and I want the return to be names. Press enter. It provides me Dell. So why it provides me Dell? Because it matches HR with HR department, and the first value that it provides is Dell. However, if I want to change this direction, I can rewrite the formula, or I could edit the same formula that we have used. Select the department, comma, return array. Now I don't close my parentheses. I will put 3 comma. After the third comma, as you can see in here, we have multiple options: first to last, last to first, ascending and descending. I'm gonna select the second one. Now I want my XLOOKUP to look information from bottom to top. Double click on this and close the parentheses. Previously it provided as result for Dell. However, now it provides as result for Kevin as well. I can copy this information and paste it here. You can see that there is an error. And to find the error, we can just move back our selection, press enter. This is one way. And the second way is lock the selection. We press F4 to lock it. Press enter. Now if I copy it and paste it here, it provides me the accurate information. Now the date. This example will look more suitable by date. For example, if I want someone that is hired newly or recently in each department, I want their names, the most recent employments. I can rewrite the formula, or I can just copy the formula and paste it here. It still show me an error, but because the lookup value is Kevin, and I want 2 changes. One change, I want my lookup value not Kevin, but H2. And the second change that I'm looking at, I'm not looking at the departments, I'm looking at the hire date. So I move my selection to the right. So now the formula looks as this: XLOOKUP, parenthesis open, H2, look for HR. Where should it look for the HR? It should look for the HR in the column D. And after that, what should be the result? The result, I don't want the result as name, but I want the result to be the hire date. Now I have my 3 commas and last to first. Press enter. Okay, this is the formatting. Let me apply the same formatting as I have here. Go to home, apply formatting. Okay, 1st February. Now let me look at the HR information. The HR information is the most recent employee. The most recent employee is if I want the date information, I can just copy this and paste it. Change the basic informations. For example, change the lookup value, this one, and the return value to column E to provide us with the date. Press enter. You can see that the date format is different. Let me apply this format. Haven is hired on 1st February 2023. It doesn't look from top to bottom, but it looks from bottom to top. Everything is locked here. We are good to copy and paste the information, and it provides us all the relevant dates. So this argument of XLOOKUP is mostly used for the taxes or commissions, where you have a set of ranges with the percentage or anything that you have. But by default, XLOOKUP selects anything the exact match without putting 0 or true like Vlookup. It has this exact match by default. For example, if I want to use this XLOOKUP formula and look for 11,000 in this lookup array, salaries, comma, and taxes, comma, if not found, put a 0, comma, I don't want exact match, I want exact match or the next smaller item, a parenthesis close. I can lock this information and drag and drop the result to the whole table. Okay, so it provides me all the percentage based on the salary ranges that we have provided in the criteria, and we can also add another formula. For example, after getting the percentages, multiply it with the salary. So the salary charges for each person will be provided in instant. This is very much useful again for taxes and commissions. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, that XLOOKUP can be a very good alternative for Vlookup, Hlookup, and a combination of index and match formulas. Here I'm going to use XLOOKUP to get information horizontally instead of Hlookup. For example, if I want to look up information for the month of February, comma, now I'm going to look information horizontally. Look here, this is the lookup array that I can find the month Feb, comma, and which region I'm looking at? I'm looking at East region. So select the East region and close the parenthesis. Okay, the sales in the month of February for East region is 112, and if we change it, it provides us the results accordingly. Table, I want to use XLOOKUP to get the highest scorer in each subject, physics, history, and math. In addition, I want the results, count the results of anyone who scored more than 25. To get that, I will explain it in multiple steps. So the first step is use the normal XLOOKUP to look for the information physics. Where is the lookup array? Here is the lookup array, comma, and what will be the return? The return will be this course. Close the bracket. When I press enter, it provides me all the scores and all the results. So to make it more specified, I want only the highest scorer. I will combine another formula in the formula bar equal max, or the maximum score. Parenthesis close. You can see 95 is the highest score in the physics. David has received 95. Okay. Sorry. Let me say step 2 max. Okay. Now I will do it again. Equal max, parenthesis open, and parenthesis close. In step 3, I do have the highest score for each subject. However, now I want to get the result at the names for the person. Let me move the picture here. Okay. For that, I can rewrite the formula, or I can copy this formula. Just copy this formula. Come to step 3. Equal XLOOKUP. What's our value? Control V. The formula that we have created. You can see the lookup value is highlighted. Comma. What would be the lookup array? Lookup array can be the same. Just copy the formula. This is the array that our information is included. And what would be the return? The return would be the names that we are looking at. Close the parentheses. See? David has scored highest in the physics. So let me copy and paste it. And before that, let me lock my formulas by pressing F4. So the selection area does not move. Okay, I only have H2 that might move, and I will correct it. Let me copy and paste it here. As you can see, this reference error, I can use H2 and H2. Press enter. Copy this formula and apply it. Okay. In physics, David is the highest scorer. In history, Dale is the highest scorer, 100. And for math, Sharon is the highest scorer, 97. Okay, now I want to count anyone that scored more than 75. Is equal count F, parenthesis open, XLOOKUP. What I want to select the subject, comma, this is our lookup array, comma, this is our return information. This is close. So this is our range, comma, what's our criteria? Anything more than 25. Parenthesis close. Okay, 4. We can see in physics how many people scored more than 25. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can apply, copy, and apply the same formula on the others. In the history and math, there are 6 who scored more than 75. Let me increase 169 to 76, and math should change to 7. I hope it doesn't confuse you. In this example, I have a list of these companies with their full name, and I need these companies' share prices, but I have their short forms, their small names. If I use the XLOOKUP formula or any other formula, since the information is not identical, it does not provide me the exact answer. However, XLOOKUP has an option, which is the last argument, called as wildcard. So if I don't have the complete information, I can use the XLOOKUP formula, parenthesis open, quotation, star, quotation, and select the name, close, again quotation, star, quotation mark, and comma. After that, this was our lookup value. After that, I'm going to use the lookup array. Where I can find this information, I can find it in here. Let me lock it by F4, comma. What would be the result? The result that I'm looking at is the share price here. I'm going to lock it again, comma. If not found, put a 0, comma. Okay, in here, as you can see, I have exact match next to smaller that we have used in commission and taxes. The last one is called wildcard character match. If I select this one and close the parenthesis, press enter, it automatically provides me information of Apple company, which is the share price. Since I have locked all other information, I can drag and drop the formula and it should provide me the result for other two companies, Amazon and Google. Okay, so this was all 10 examples of the XLOOKUP. I believe these are the most scenarios that I came up with. However, you have full flexibility to explore this formula and use it as you desire. I always encourage you to practice and experiment with the formula. I'm sure you will get it done. And thank you for watching this video to the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.